Hello, ladies and gentlemen, crypto deep divers. Welcome back to Weekly Crypto. Today, I'm going to talk about Bitcoin. Also, I will talk about silver as well. And of course, the weather is getting crazy. And of course, I'm going to touch on the Wuhan P4 Lab. We talked about that probably back in February. So let's talk about, before we get into that, make sure you subscribe to my channel so don't miss out the upcoming video that could be time sensitive. Also, you can follow me on Twitter, library.tv, as well as Patreon as well. I create 2 bonus video for my crypto dive master Patreon member, so you can check it out, which gold and silver coin has high resale value, and also coronavirus animate. And for all my Patreon member, I post a video about the next Tezos. If you miss Tezos, there's another token potential be like Tezos. And also must know indicator for global depression, where to buy face masks, and where to buy gold and silver as well, essential vitamins for preventing COVID-19. And coronavirus is going to be here, unfortunately. So let's talk about Bitcoin. So yesterday when Bitcoin was around 9,800 and I was pretty skeptical whether there's going to continue to pump because I talk about because of the BTC USD short position has been declining. There's no more reason to pump, right? Once the short position liquidate, why you keep pumping? There's no reason to pump. So that's I've been talking about yesterday. And in fact, the long position, there may be a potential. In fact, the long position may be a potential dump. So that's my thought yesterday when Bitcoin was at 9,800, as well as the volume. Another problem is the volume is not that high, so that is not sustainable for the pump for 9,800, right? And another thing is the future contract has been skyrocketing. So every time you have future contracts skyrocketing, there's a huge chances you can manipulate because the volume of the volume of the future contract can manipulate the price. So basically potentially suppress the price, and so that's why I'm very skeptical yesterday, even though everybody is so bullish. Like when it was at 9,800, everybody say it's going to pump to 12k to whatever k, right? So you can go back to my previous video. I'm a little bit skeptical on that at the time, even though everybody's so bullish. But right now it's down back to 8,600. So right now the halving is coming up in very soon. 2 days, 1 day. So 1 day and 20 hours, the halving is coming up. So and I also suspecting the miners, because of the mining difficulty, will be more. The difficulty of mining will be getting even higher. So I think there may be some type of miner war, right? So the bigger miners want to eliminate the smaller guy. So they probably want to dump the price as well. But we'll see. I mean, you never know. In terms of the crypto fear and greed index is neutral. I think this indicator is lagging behind at least 12 hours. If you follow my channel, I've been telling everybody that this indicator is lagging behind anyway. So let me know what you think about the price of Bitcoin. Do you think there will be a continued dump until the halving, or there will be a pump before the halving? Let me know what you think. I would love to hear from you. But right now, it's kind of difficult to tell. Maybe they're going to also depending on the stock market too, right? So right? So the only thing I would do is if they meet the indicator, I will buy. If not, I will just not buy. That's all. That's all I do. So, and let's talk about silver. So silver coin right now is in a demand, right? So silver is always think of like industrial metal production and using in automobiles, as well as cell phone stuff like that, right? Electronics, and people talking about the economic downturn. The silver will not do well, and there will be a supply and demand, all this thing. But the thing is, right now, do you want to take the blue pill or you want to take the red pill? So blue pill basically there's a blissful ignorance about the economic recovery is imminent and a V-shaped recovery. Oh, just imagine right now, with the lockdown and everything, a lot of small business wipe out. So one, because a lot, I mean, the business is make up a lot more business, right? So if the small business wipe out, they are not going to come back, right? I mean, it just I felt like this time, the coronavirus, they want to wipe out the small business. I feel like this is the plan, and they want to keep the big business like Google, Amazon. Amazon wipe out a lot of small business as well, right? That's the plan because if they keep the big business, they can easily control, manipulate, right? Just like YouTube, they can control censorship. Amazon, Google as well. Whatever you Google, they will spy on you, and Facebook, right? so, so basically, they want to. I felt like they want to eliminate small business. Anyway, the red pill is basically the beginning, the end of the current system, and a post-COVID COVID world. So the post-COVID world is basically after you reopen the restaurant in terms of sittings, you cannot have so many customers just like used to be. There will be physical distance, social distancing, and there will be not that many people allowed to be in the restaurant at the same time. That will also decrease the revenue of the restaurant business as well. And of course, right now they do take out as well. Some famous restaurant or Michelin restaurant, they don't do take out, right? And now they also do take out because of what happened right now. And of course, the price of silver coin is also in demand. I mean, they are basically in demand since March, right? After the after the printing press, so there's a demand for that. And then I talk about the physical gold and paper gold. They have a decoupling of the price. Used to be the spot price is in terms of silver coin, maybe at most $3 over the spot price. And right now you can see here the spot price is almost like over $5. That's a lot, man, right? And back in April, there's also $4. Right now it's even higher. And because of there's a lot of gold mine or silver mine shut down because of the lockdown as well. And right now even the silver price is not expensive right now. It's like if you do the paper one, the trading in COMEX is like $14, $15, and yet the physical one is like $5 above the spot price. This is insane. So and of course, you can see here, based on the past historical data, Lehman Brothers, Bear Stearns collapsed, the whole financial system collapsed right back then because of the toxic mortgage crisis. You can see the silver coin premium has been spiked up. And of course, Bernanke, the helicopter airdrop of all this free money. And of course, there's a spike in the spot price, the premium price of silver coin over the spot price, which is $14 back then. And remember at the time, silver go all the way around to $14. And then there's a collapse of the silver market is because they increase the margin requirement. So the trader has no choice but to cut loss, and then they have to sell silver. And of course, this is highly manipulated. And of course, if after the peak of silver, it takes almost 10 years, 8 to 10 years for the next cycle for the silver and coin, for the silver and gold commodity. You can see this is back in 2011, and then 10 years right now is almost 10 years, right? Almost like, let's see, 8 to 10 years. Yeah, right about that time. So that is another cycle. So I expect there's a blue one in the next cycle of the commodity market. And actually, in my Patreon group, I have created a whole bunch of video about gold and silver, like which gold and silver coin has high resale value, and also where to buy gold and silver as well. You can check it out because this is based on, because I have been accumulating commodity back in since 2016. So whenever there's a deep price correction in silver and gold price, I will just buy a little bit. This is just for fun. It's just like a hobby. It's not like because I like different patterns of the coin. They have different types of coin issued by different countries, so they have a different resale value for those. I mean, the resale value. Of course, you enjoy the appreciation, right? But then if you pick the right coin, you have a higher appreciation of your coin as well. So silver or gold coin. So you can go back, go to this video and check it out. So you can join my group. And then this is a bonus video for the Crypto Die Master Patreon. So if you're interested, you can check it out. And of course, in ancient Greek, gold was valued at 14 times of silver. In ancient Rome, Julius Caesar valued gold as 20 times of silver, 12 times of silver. And even in the earliest 18th century, the Coinage Act of 1792 established a ratio of 15-to-1 ratio. And according to the law, $1 is supposed to be 24.1 gram of silver, 1.6 gram of gold. And so those pieces of paper in your wallet are not dollars. They're technically Federal Reserve notes. This is interesting. $1, the coin is used to be 24.1 gram of silver and 1.6 gram of gold. That's very interesting. In Asia, in modern times, of course, no longer fixed ratio between gold and silver. So, but roughly is over the last several decades is between the gold and silver ratio 50-to-1, 80-to-1. And of course, gold right now is basically is widely reserved as a reserve of a central bank around the world, hedge against inflation and uncertainty. And gold basically, let's see. They're talking about silver demand fundamentals are more heavily influenced by over economic health. If the economy is in a recession, silver price can fall because of the less demand from the industry. But gold does not follow that pattern, because it's different. But 5 or 6 recessions, gold has increased in price. But this time, I think it's a little bit different in terms of silver. I think they have a bull run case, not a financial advice. Use your due diligence. You should consult with your financial advisor. And usually gold will leading the way first, I think. I think last time is gold first and then silver. I can't remember. I think so. And so that's why in extreme turmoil, there will be a high spike in gold and silver ratio as well. So gold goes up, silver stay flat just right now, right? You can see gold go up to 1,700. Silver is like 14, tracking water basically. So you can see World War II, like before the Hitler invasion of Poland, you can see the ratio spike to 98-to-1, and then you have a Gulf War go to 100-to-1, and then you have the QE infinity right now is 120-to-1. So so you can see this is pretty interesting. So the thing is, if they are keep on printing all this money, the ratio will basically return to the historical level. That means the price of silver could really skyrocketing. And then, of course, with the Goldman reopening basket, you can see this is a Goldman reopening basket. Basically, they have struggled to outperform. You can see this is the reopening, the portfolio. And then this is the lockdown. They cannot even anyway, I don't want to laugh. Anyway, I think a lot of people are off the stock market already, right? Or if you do swing trade, it's fine, swing trade. But the thing is, right now you got to be careful. Okay, right now you don't want to lose your money left and right. So it's up to you. But anyway, let's see. Silver coin sales. You can see the silver coin sales in around 2012, and then in 2016, and right now it's skyrocketing as well. And so looks like silver has a good case to outperform gold in a gold bull market. Yep, in a gold bull market. I think last time it's go all the way to 40 some dollars. That's brilliant. Let me know what you think about the price of silver in the long term. I would love to hear from you. To me, I'm bullish in Bitcoin, gold, and silver long term. Also Ethereum, the DeFi, decentralized finance, and Tezos as well. I don't want to spread the money too thin in different stupid altcoin. I mean, it's just stupid, right? Of course, you can pump, of course, and on the next day you can dump really hard as well. You can lose your money as well. So right now, I think is to preserve capital, is not to lose money. Just like Warren Buffett said, rule number one of investing, don't lose money. Rule number two, don't lose money. Number three, same, don't lose money, right? So right now, you got to be careful. So, and of course, the weather is going crazy. The polar vortex, insane, is in the northern part of the US. And right now, this is in Washington, D.C. They are, 26 Fahrenheit. Seriously. So this is not Celsius, Fahrenheit. That means below zero. It's like 30 Fahrenheit is 0 Celsius, right? So this is basically below zero. This is not good. It's sub-zero temperature. In May, seriously. Another thing is like, if you follow my Twitter, I tweet about this probably since yesterday. It's not new. It's nothing new. So the thing, this is not good during this time because right now still pandemic and a lot of states are reopening and a lot of some of the states are not really controlled yet the pandemic, and you can see some states still have rising cases every day, and yet they have to reopen. They have no choice because the economy will be you going downhill, lots of unemployment, and with this temperature coming like this, I mean, it's not a good idea because it make people easily get sick, especially the elderly, right? Also, then you have a cold weather. The last week you have a pretty warm weather. Also, then the cold front coming up, and of course, human immune system, they don't do well in cold weather. They do well more in the hotter weather, like in the summer. That's why less people get sick. And of course, they're talking about the UV light. The sun can kill the fire, can kill the virus. Blah blah. Well, we talk. I mean, there's nothing new. I talk about that like since February, right? Right now, they start talking about. Yeah. If you follow my channel, you already see all this coming. So the Wuhan lab, the P4 lab, I've been talking about that since February, right? that is the let's see. So I also talk about in Patreon as well. I talk about the who is patient zero, like Wuhan coronavirus, not COVID-19. I talk about that back in April. And I also talk about essential vitamins for preventing coronavirus back in February 23rd. You can check it out. This thing is going to stay, unfortunately, until you have herd immunity, basically. But right now, I don't think the herd immunity there, not even like 40% of the population has this immunity. This is a coronavirus. This is a novel coronavirus. The reason you call novel is because never on earth in mankind human exposed to this virus. That means nobody has immunity, right? So this is very dangerous to the human to the mankind. And yet probably the Wuhan lab, the P4 lab is the one who somehow do some experiment playing with bats, right? The bats and mess up. I don't know. So they're talking about their shutdown, right? Mysteriously shutdown. Actually, they take over by the military. I talk about that back in February. So if you follow my channel, you probably know what I'm talking about. So I just want to touch base with you guys. What do you think? The origin of the virus? Do you think come from the seafood market? No, it's not come from the seafood market. Hello, it's come from the lab. Okay, sorry. Anyway, so let me know what you think about this as well. The thing is, I want to pinpoint is important that if you live in the US, if in the Europe, I know people don't like masks and all that, but I think it's important during this, especially right now, they start to reopen in the US. It's better you wear masks to protect yourself. Basically, preferably surgical masks, because those cloth masks is not going to protect you, seriously. I think right now there's some places you can still buy surgical masks. So you should use surgical masks, especially when you go to the bathroom. Make sure people may probably take off their surgical masks and all that. No. In the bathroom, it's important to continue to wear your surgical mask, because you don't know people from previously maybe in the bathroom coughing and all that. You don't know the droplet is still in the air. So don't take off your mask unless you are home, right? Unless maybe you are outdoor, you have no people near you. That is fine, because the sunlight and all that crap. So I think it's safer in outdoor rather than in indoor. I mean, the farmers market is basically safer than in an indoor. Going to Costco, going to supermarket, you're high risk because you're indoor. All this virus basically trapped inside confined area, right? So yeah, I think it's important that you wear your mask to protect yourself and your family, and also protect others as well, because anybody can be potential hidden spreader, right? And without knowing it, and then you don't want to spread to the elderly. They are vulnerable population, and yeah, this is so unfortunate right now. And then you have to live through this, and of course there will be second wave coming because uh, based on the pandemic 1918 H1N1 influenza flu, they have a second wave coming back during the winter. And I'm not surprised after the reopening, there's certain area maybe have to close down again. This happened in Korea right now. Korea thought they flattened the curve, the cases decreased, then all of a sudden they have a spike in the cases. Now they have to lock down some other close down the area once again. So this thing is not like after I reopen everything is fine. This is the most dangerous time. Actually, it's even more dangerous than the lockdown, because after reopening, a lot of people are gushing out to the community, and then more people coming out, and then people maybe don't wear a mask. Even they wear a mask, they wear a cloth mask. Is not very helpful because the filtration is not that great for a cloth mask, right? Maybe 20%. Versus a surgical mask is probably 90% filtration, right? So, I mean, if you're travel, you probably need to wear N95 when you go boarding a plane because you're in a confined area. But then people are telling me the airplane, they have a filter, it's very clean, blah, blah, but you're still in you're still going to the airport, you still expose yourself to a lot of travelers and stuff like that. So I think you got to take this seriously because the lung damage is irreversible. I just want to emphasize once again. And once the lung is damaged, it's not going to recover, because people who recover from coronavirus, they have shortness of breath just when they are walking too fast. So when they are walking a little bit fast, they already have shortness of breath. Their lung function already compromised. So please take it seriously. I mean, you don't want to have a irreversible lung damage. You don't want your family to worry. So you don't want your friends to worry. And also you want to take care of yourself and your family. This is the bottom line. Health is more important than anything else, right? If you're sick, just stay home and all that. I know it's difficult to say that because people need to go to work and stuff like that. But the thing is, if you don't have a good health, how can you go to work, right? And then how can you enjoy your life? Anyway, so let me know what you think about all this. Do you think after the reopening, we are going to have a second wave coming up? And do you think there will be a partial, there will be a maybe some area will be locked down again because of the spike in cases? And it's so unfortunately, you have a cold front coming up. That is not good for the virus. Seriously, that's not good for the pandemic. This is basically exacerbate the exacerbate the virus, and also this will just is an obstacle for reopening as well, because this thing, I don't know, that's not good. I think this will last a few days, right? The cold front, the polar vortex. And this is very abnormal in May, right? Seriously, this is usually like back in, I mean, the last one probably April, right? Not in May, right? It's very weird. The weather, maybe climate change and all that. So let me know what you think about all this. I would love to hear from you. And yeah, things are getting crazy. And let me know what you think. So if you find this video helpful, smash the like button, subscribe to my channel, also share with your friends. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out the upcoming videos that could be time sensitive. Yes, I talked about that yesterday, right? When Bitcoin was 9,800. So, and I don't see that it's sustainable. So that's why if you watch that video, you probably have some idea there's going to be a dump coming up anyway. So hit the notification bell as well, because those videos could be time sensitive as well. And also you can follow me on Twitter, library.tv, and as well as Patreon as well. I will try to do more on Twitter as well. So just follow me on Twitter as well. Remember, crypto deep divers, we, the people, take control of our money. Stay wise, stay safe, peace. I'm not a financial advisor. Investing in cryptocurrency, commodity, and stock market has inherent risk. Please use your due diligence. And I'm not your healthcare provider. If you have any questions or concerns about coronavirus, you should talk to your physician.